Welcome to NRI Tax Show powered by IndianCPA.com. Most of us have been receiving our paychecks for several years now, and some of you are fairly new to the country. Irrespective of that, you see all these deductions on your paycheck. You see the federal taxes, state taxes, Social Security and Medicare taxes. Federal taxes and state taxes are often accounted for in the sense when you file your tax return end of the year, you either get a refund or you pay additional taxes, and that gets accounted for. However, Social Security and Medicare taxes is a deduction you see in your paycheck every time you receive a paycheck, and you're not sure how these are accounted for, or would you be receiving a benefit into the future. So today in our discussion we are going to answer some of these questions as to how much Social Security benefits are you going to get into the future. So let's get started. How much Social Security will I get when I retire is a question we are trying to answer here today. Here's a quick disclaimer. I would like you to pause the video for a moment and go through this disclaimer before we get started. And for those of you who are listening to me on the podcast, I would like you to go to our website and go through this disclaimer. The agenda for today is Social Security pay-in terms of what goes into the Social Security, and Social Security payout in terms of how the benefits are paid, what the eligibility criteria is, and things like that. So here are the frequently asked questions. Will Social Security be there for me when I retire? Am I eligible for Social Security benefits? How much should I earn in wages to be eligible? If I'm self-employed, would I be eligible for Social Security benefits? At what age can I start getting my Social Security benefits? How much will I get in Social Security benefits? Where can I see how much credits I have? Does my employer contribute to my Social Security benefits? On an H-1B, will I be eligible for Social Security benefits? Will Social Security be there when I retire? Here we're talking about the solvency of the Social Security. According to the report from the Board of Trustees at Social Security Administration, full benefits can be paid until 2037 and about 75% of scheduled payments thereafter. And the issue being here is the baby boomers retiring, and the employment would not be enough to pay off the baby boomers, and therefore the question of 75% is something which needs to be addressed. What we need to understand here is what you pay into the Social Security does not go into a separate account, and when you are eligible for the benefits, it does not come out of that particular account. Instead, today's workers pay for today's retirees. So what goes as a deduction from your paycheck is paid out to the retirees of today. It's also expected that there would be some kind of a reform which would address this issue of the payments beyond 2037. So at this point in time, we shouldn't be too concerned about it, assuming that there would be a reform taken very soon. Pay-in, we're talking about the pay-in to the Social Security. So all employees in US pay into the FICA, which is Social Security and Medicare taxes. Sometimes this is addressed as OASDI and HI program. The percentage what goes into the Social Security is 6.2% of the first $110,000 in the 2012, and in 2013 it is raised to $113,700. So if you have earnings beyond these limits, you do not pay any Social Security on those earnings beyond the limit. For Medicare taxes, it's currently at 1.45%. It's expected to go up for the high wage earners, so we need to wait and watch how this plays out. For the year 2012, the Social Security percentage was reduced to 4.2% from 6.2% in order to stimulate the economy. I'm not sure if that is going to be extended into 2013, so we need to wait and watch. Now, all employers contribute a similar percentage to Social Security as well. So they do the 6.2% for the first 110,000 and 113,000 in the year 2013. As far as the payout is concerned, we are looking at the retirement benefits, the disability benefits, the survivor's benefits, Medicare benefits. So most often when we think of Social Security, we think of retirement benefits. Social Security do also provide for disability and survivors benefit besides Medicare benefits. You need to be eligible for these benefits, and the eligibility depends on the credits you earned and your age. So in this presentation we're going to further look at how many credits you need and what's your retirement age. So how do you earn credits? In 2012 you receive 1 credit for every $1,130 of earnings, up to a maximum of 4 credits. So what that means is if you make $4,500 or so in the year, you get all your 4 credits, and any additional earnings is not going to get any additional credits as such. Same rules are applicable for self-employed. A quick planning tip around here would be that if you are a one-man company, like a one-man S-corp, you would also want your spouse to be on the payroll. That would enable the spouse to get those credits which are required over a period of time. So you pay your spouse $4,500 on the payroll, they would be eligible for those four credits for the year. How long should I work to qualify for Social Security? For the retirement benefits, you need to work for 10 years, which earns you 40 credits. For the disability benefits, it depends on the age. If someone gets disabled at the age of 24, if they have 1.5 years of work, which is 6 credits, they would be eligible. If they are at the age of 31 through 42, they would need 20 credits, which is like 5 years of work, and so on and so forth as far as the disability benefits are concerned. As far as survivors benefits are concerned, we're talking about the employee's dependence upon the death of the employee, upon the death of the worker as such. So the eligibility would be that the worker should have put in 10 years of work in order for the dependents to be eligible for the survivor's benefit. Talking about Medicare benefits, the Social Security credits also account for your Medicare benefits, and the Medicare benefits are available at the age of 65. How much credit do I have? So you've been paying into your Social Security account for a long time now. You would like to know how much credit you have. So what you could do is go to ssa.gov/my statement, create a quick account, and you would get access to your statement, and you could look at how many credits you have. How much do I get in retirement benefits? So this is a big question. After all, you've been paying into Social Security for a long time. You would like to know how much benefits you're going to get. So it's calculated based on the monthly average of highest 35 years of earnings. So let's assume that you've been working for the last 48 years. The highest 35 years of earnings is considered to look at how much benefit you would be getting in terms of retirement. Now ssa.gov has a benefits calculator, and you could also find a calculator at AARP's website, and here's a quick link to the calculator at AARP. Let's take a quick look at it. So here's a website from AARP, and if you go through the page, at the middle of the page you have this AARP Social Security Benefits Calculator, and just click on Personalize this guide. You can plug in some of your personal information in terms of your date of birth, your gender, and the average annual salary, and that should give you an estimate of your Social Security benefit. Now if you're married, you would also want to check out what benefits you would get for your spouse. So plug in the information for your spouse, and that should give you an estimate of the retirement benefit. Hope that was helpful. Let's get back to our presentation here. When can I start getting the retirement benefit? So the full retirement age is 67. However, you could get your retirement benefits as early as 62. But by doing so, your benefits are reduced by a fraction of a percent for each month before the full retirement age of 67. And likewise, you could also delay taking out the benefit until the age of 70, and doing so, there would be an increase in your benefits, what you're going to get after the age of 70. It's known that there wouldn't be any additional benefits in delaying your takeout after the age of 70. So most likely, you would want to take out your benefits at the age of 70. Can non-citizens receive Social Security benefits? So many folks have come into the country, have been working on H-1B, and they just move on. Now, the eligibility criteria is going to be the same for the citizens and non-citizens. They have to get those 40 credits by working for those 10 years. And if you're on H-1B, probably, some of you folks would get an extension to work beyond the 6 years, and maybe you would put in those 10 years, let's assume. And for you to be eligible for those benefits, as I said, you need to put in those 10 years. But also there's some additional criteria, for an alien. In order to receive the benefit, they have to be physically be present in the US, unless they are a citizen or a national. So that's something which is very important to make note of. So you pay into the Social Security account, and if you're expecting anything in return, you need to be physically be present in the country. Now, there were some additional rules for folks who received their SSN after January 1st, 2004. A quick planning tip out here would be, let's assume that you are a citizen here in the US, but of Indian origin, for example, and you are planning to go back to your country for good. You would want to check out how many credits have you earned, and let's say you've been into your 9th year of the eligibility criteria. You might want to consider to stay on for that one additional year for you to be completely eligible for the Social Security benefits. Thank you. I hope you liked our presentation. I would appreciate if you go to facebook.com/NRI tax and like us, and twitter.com/NRI tax and follow us there. You would want to opt into our mailing list on our website, IndianCPA.com, and we would be sending you all important updates